This is Football Daft with Stephen Purden,
midfield dynamo and average actor,
Chris Toll,
target man, suspicious character,
and
With the top end of Stevenson,
Welcome to Football Daft. It is the daftest Scottish football podcast around, and let's introduce the team, shall we? First, a man who we found out this week is pretty banging as a female after putting himself through a filter on Snapchat or Instagram or something like that. It's Chris Toll.
It's happening. Line up,
Tidy,
lads.
mate, tidy.
Line up.
Can we put the can we put the picture of you as a female on the Patreon, Chris? So the people, and then we can decide.
All the patrons can have a chug.
Yep, so we can put up a poll. Would you pump Toe as a female or not?
I never saw this.
What would have a look, Grado, and you can answer the question right now. Scroll back on the group chat and answer the question. Would you pump Toe if he
Is
was a
that
woman?
that one there?
Yeah,
Aye,
that
mate.
one there.
It's not like you do a wee bit.
Would you? Would you?
Oh,
Grado?
absolutely.
There you go. The question has been.
I would go with the brunette one, not the blonde one, the brunette one for me.
Well, if you want to see the pictures of Chris Toll as a female, sign up to Patreon, patreon.com/footballdaf. Now, for a man so staunch, he's even going to go and see Harry Styles play at Ibrox. It's Stephen Purden.
Hey, 400 my Jers points will get me, man.
That is mad, isn't it, man? Did you know that Frank Sinatra played there years ago?
Aye. You said that, Rod Stewart as well. Marty Pello played at...
Simple Minds played at Ibrox, mind.
Like, Marty
There's all
Pello
sorts of-
played at Celtic Park, didn't he? But he put down like a blue carpet to walk onto the stage and all that.
But there's all chat about like during the Simple Minds gig, they buried like rosary beads in the centre circle and all that sort of stuff.
Rosary, John. No
said
Rosie.
that.
No Rosie. You said Rosie, man. Rosie beads, man. Pure Falkirk fan. They buried some Rosie beads under the turf.
And finally, a man who this week declared he hates football, so fuck knows what we're talking about for the
I never
next
said
hour.
that.
You
Did you say it in the group chat?
I hate football was the statement.
Grado, mate,
Oh.
honestly, you maybe need to get a PR for your group chats, man. You've not got a clue what's going on, man.
I
Get
got
something on
back
your-
to the dark old days.
Oh, they're not that dark yet, mate. They're not that dark. I know it was because I thought the Fitbit was going to be stopped for 5 weeks.
No, it was because Rangers get beat.
Did they?
Well, no, get beat. They get beat. We drew. It was a day after the Aberdeen game.
Bob, do you even watch the Fitbit? You're fucking stopping blasting me, man.
A fucking draw is a defeat, man.
Well, let's talk about that. Round the fixtures have just gone by there. Celtic kicked it off on Monday night with a 2-0 win against Hibs. What did you make of it, Christopher Toll?
I thought they were excellent for the full game, to be honest with you. Hibs never got a sniff at it. Never got a sniff at
I
it.
did. They had to post just before you scored, man.
Aye, alright, they had the post in the fucking first minute. That was 89 minutes after that where they never got a fucking sniff.
It's better, mate. That sounds better.
Aye, but Celtic were excellent, man. They really were.
New Japanese signing. Everyone's getting very, very excited about Hatate.
It was...
A big tatty.
Hatate.
By the way,
Hatate.
no, I've started to call him
What?
Hatate Howker. But anyway, he was outstanding. Do you know who he reminded me? He reminded me of Stilian Petrov. And
Really?
I know it's only one game, but so we've got to see what happens after that. But it was really
Aye,
good.
man. Just wait.
All round impressed by the three boys, Chris. Aye.
Well, Idaguchi only got a few minutes. Maeda, apart from his goal, he wasn't really involved much in the game. Like they weren't playing to his strengths, which
Is he not like a kind of fox in the box kind of striker though?
I think he's more an off the shoulder, running in behind the defence kind of striker.
Right.
You know what I mean, but he's absolutely rapid. Like he charged the keeper down twice and got the ball off the goal.
Wow, man.
In the game.
Right.
That was more than used done against Aberdeen. But
Let's talk about the Aberdeen game, boys. I guess first thing we need to come to on it was the performance of Kevin Clancy. A lot of Rangers supporters very unhappy about it. What do you make?
Did you watch it, John?
I watched the highlights. Yeah.
Oh man.
Right.
He was poor for. I mean, he was poor for both sides. In fairness, I mean,
It was
there was
poor
ridiculous
for...
amount of yellow cards thrown out for a match that. I mean, Aberdeen Rangers matches are usually pretty heated anyway, but that was not one of those matches really. And there's a red card for Ryan Kent, which wasn't a red card.
It didn't even... It wasn't even 2 yellows. What?
He says it wasn't a red card. I says no, it wasn't. It was 2 yellows.
Aye, the 2 yellows...
But none of them were yellows.
None of them were yellows, right? None of them were yellows. I'm screaming for that in the first half as well. I think it's a penalty. I think it's a sending off, whatever. I think whatever, right? I think Clancy got it wrong. If a keeper comes out and does that to Rangers player, the way they collide, I'm shouting for that, right? I'm going to hold my hands up and say, aye, Clancy got that wrong. But it's just another example of the cunt's incompetence. He's unbelievably poor, man. It's embarrassing. See if you're doing South watching that, because that's on Sky Sports, man. You're going, that is embarrassing. Then later on, Hayes knows exactly what he's doing. He stuck the fucking elbow right on Barisic, right? Barisic goes down and then gets up. His fucking nose is gushing of blood. Scott Brown then points it out to Clancy to get him to go off and get treatment so we can go down to 9 men. And Clancy then proceeds to send him off to go, you get off and get treatment for something I never fucking gave you a free kick for when your nose is gushing. He's a fucking clown, man. Honestly. But I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. Rangers were pish.
Rotten.
What was wrong, Steve? Because obviously...
Right, mate, the thing is, right, you're going like that. Anybody, if they're missing Hatate and Kyogo and whoever, right, Rangers are missing Joe Aribo, Scott Arfield, Stephen Davis, Hollander. It's like you're missing big fucking players. Joe Aribo's away. You're missing massive players. We're starting a game with a boy who's never kicked a ball for us, who's came for the fucking American League to go to in a fucking Wednesday night to Pataudry. It's we just got overran in the middle of the park.
I know, but we need to deal with that, Bob. That's
we've known about it, right? But up until the 11th hour, man, you find out Arfield's injured. That's you fucked again. That's another player from the middle of the park. You know what I mean? Like,
and if Scott Arfield's playing, he's not letting Scott Brown run about, and that's the way he did. If he's playing,
it does say a lot about Lundstrom as well. The fact that they put this boy Sands in ahead of him.
Well, mate, fucking Gio subbed Lundstrom against Dundee United at Ibrox a few weeks ago at half time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the writing was on the wall there. Plus, then, right, you're looking at it, right, you're down to 10 men at Pataudry. You're finishing the game with 2 of your 3 in the middle is John Lundstrom and a young boy Sands. You know what I mean? It's that's the weakest Rangers bench there's been in fucking 2 or 3 years.
You've got to say, but do you not think Sands looked hungry?
I think he looked...
Only you get away with that joke, Chris.
He's dived into it,
oh my God, though.
Oh, Jesus, man.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much game on for the week now. I mean...
man, you better believe it. There is a title challenge, without a doubt. There is a title challenge. But I want to say something there about...
You know what I'm worried about? Celtic's fitness levels. See, I've mentioned this before, right? We go into the first half and we blow teams away, right? If it's like that first half, Hibs, honestly, the percentage of possession must have been about 80-20, right? It must have been. But see, in the second half of loads of games this season, we look out on our feet at times. And I think that's going to have a huge bearing on the league race, to be honest with you, I really do.
But you not play a kind of high press all the time. You can't sustain that for 90 minutes.
No, you can't. You need to have the players with the fitness to be able to do that for 90 minutes. And I'm hoping that some of these signings that he's making do, because a lot of the players look out on their feet after about 70 minutes, man. Honestly.
We never got a grip of that game. Maybe after we got the goal for about 10 minutes, we had control of the game. But see, after that, see that second off, that is such a fucking poor performance, man. Aberdeen had all the ball. We just could not get to grips with it. And I just don't know how many times. I mean, before that, Gio's saying you've had 2.5 weeks, whatever, training with the players. Tactically, we know what we're doing. I don't know what we were trying to do. Do you know what we looked like the second half? We just looked like we're coming out, going right, just go up the road, get down the road.
Even when we were down to 10 men, and it probably is kind of fickle to think, but even just an example, McGregor at the end, instead of rushing, he's holding the ball, and I'm thinking they want to play for the draw here. It does it, and whether that's probably the right thing to do, it's still frustrating. And even Gio's interview at the end of the game, man, it was a matter of point gained and let's get down the road, and it was just, there was nae, and then Tavernier talking about it and all, there was nae, I don't know, it was slightly worrying a wee bit, and even the way that they reacted to Scott Brown, some Rangers fans get their knickers in a twist about this guy, but he knows what he's doing. He's a bang average player. He knows how to fucking deal with the referee. You know, he's seen him at the end walking off with Clancy. That's his game. He's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
He's been doing it. That's his gimmick. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
He'll fucking swap shots with Clancy at the end of the game. He's got them around their finger. But there's not one Rangers player that would ever, you know, fucking turn around and go. I mean, I'm going like that. Kent's walking off and he's doing that thing, you know, with his horn. And I'm going, fucking turn around and go 10 and a or something. Fucking do something. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to do something. They're just walking off.
Aye.
Pussies.
Wait. That's exactly. Do you know what? See the other night, man, we get absolute fucking schooled. See down to the way. Aye. See the way they want to. See the way they want the game to go. It went that way, and it's just.
They were on about it. Hayes, Brown, they're all. I mean, they didn't have a great game. They just know how to do it.
Ah, exactly.
Oh, your smuck's staying my box in.
Listen, we'll have more chat about the games on Celtic and Rangers Daft with next week.
Another thing I just want to say, but before we move on, right? What I can't stand on all right, see on Twitter and all that after it, see that absolute fucking panty wetting, man, after one game. Like,
mate, it's like how many 60 odd games we've been beat once.
Mate, that's the thing. We've lost one game this season, the second game of the season away at Tannadice, right? We've been on a run there, like fucking 7 or 8 games in a row winning, right? Gio's still undefeated, but you're looking at it the other night. I said to the boys before the game, I do not fancy this tonight. See when you're missing Joe Aribo, Scott Arfield, Stephen Davis, it's your midfield's fucking. We didn't have a midfield, man. And the boy Sands, he done all right. He looked decent on the ball. He looked like he can pick a pass, but
it's a dodgy game to throw in. A guy that's used to the American League and all this. It's take into a game like that. I mean,
aye.
Was Kamara injured?
Kamara was playing.
Was he playing now?
Yeah. Just before we move on, was there any complaints about the penalty? I've seen a lot of Rangers supporters complain that the ball.
No, there's no complaint about the penalty. But you know what? Why do you fucking book him after it?
Yeah.
Why are you booking Morelos for that? His horns are here. The ball hits his horn, it's a penalty. You don't need to give him a fucking yellow card. It
was for everything, even the shit with Hadji. You just go, Hull, get back.
Yeah,
we don't need to book him.
There wasn't a dirty game. And
the worst fucking refereeing performance. It's got to be in the top 5 of worst refereeing performances I've ever seen in my life. He's a fucking incompetent fucking human being.
Easy. Behave.
Hi, Kevin.
That is brand new, but
down the bottom as well. It's getting tasty down the bottom of the table now as well.
That results could not have went better for Ross County.
I know. St Johnstone now 7 points adrift of Ross County. There's Livingston getting a win against Dundee, and St Mirren getting a win against Dundee United away as well. I mean, who do you think's going down, boys?
St Johnstone.
St Johnstone are doomed.
Hamilton.
Do you think St Johnstone are doomed?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, simply
second season syndrome, innit?
Yeah. That's amazing, isn't it? The turnaround that team from winning 2 cups last season, and now they're rooted at 7 points out of clear of safety. I mean, Dundee. I mean, a lot of people asking for James McPake's head now as well. I think Callum Davidson's got enough points in the bag, or enough
credit.
Enough credit there, but a lot of people looking for James McPake to get moved on. So you're saying St Johnstone are done, Stephen? Godet, they're straight down?
Yeah.
Who's in the playoff?
Ross County.
County. Grado.
I don't. It's probably. I'd probably say maybe St Johnstone, Dundee. St Johnstone to go down, Dundee. You never know.
Who's the fans? Chris, what you reckon?
Well, you say second half of the season, you'll see Livy falling away again.
Do you think so?
I think St Johnstone will go down. I think Livingston will be in the playoff.
Livingston just have like that cockroach mentality, though.
They seem to have the know-how at times, man. Livy.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk the Grado, why Grado's hating football. There's good. The winter shutdown has been confirmed because of the World Cup is going to be about a month. So there's going to be 16 rounds of fixtures between the 30th of July and the 13th of November before halting until the 17th of December. So the league finishes at the start of November, doesn't come back to the 17th of December. Then we're going to have games across Christmas, including Christmas Eve and Hogmanay. There's going to be games on there. The League Cup final will now take place on the 26th of February.
I'm happy about that.
Scottish Cup final is likely to be on the 3rd of June, which is which is absolutely mental. With the last top flight matches taking place 27th to 28th of May, there's going to be a hell of a lot of football to be played in that Christmas period. What do you make of it? I mean, obviously, the World Cup is obviously getting in the way of the league, but I guess that's right across Europe that's happening anyway.
What you're going to need to take into account as well, John, is there's probably going to be a lot of players for a lot of clubs across Scotland going to the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so these players, when they come back, they're going to be fucked as well, especially if their team goes a wee bit far in the tournament, you know.
Yeah.
And they're going to have been playing football in that ridiculous searing heat, and then they're going to be coming back to Scotland where it's going to be minus minus temperatures, right? So it's going to take players time to acclimatise back into it as well. So there's going to be a few teams. I think you could see a right few surprising results at that point in the year. You know what I mean? Like Celtic and Rangers dropping a lot of points and stuff like that, because we will more likely have a lot more players going over there than other sides.
Aye. It's one thing about clubs, how they do their business in the January window. They know they'll be planning all this, thinking, right, we see a shoe in to be going away for so many weeks and playing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to be, it's mental that the fact that the World Cup final is going to be happening just a few days before Christmas Day, which is
aye, it won't feel right, won't it? Because you think World Cup, you think the summer out the back door and watching games.
It's not right, man.
Aye.
It's not right, but I tell you what, I don't know at that time of year. I think it'll be really all the football on the telly will be brilliant. Really
We'll be doing fucking panto grade, man.
Oh shit, you'll be stuck in panel for it as well.
Christmas Eve games and all that, man. What?
Oh,
Well, that's the good thing about
the New Year's game will be back.
Aye, in the League Cup final, if we make it, will be in February. So usually that's if we're in that. Remember that day fucking Julian scored and we were doing panto.
Brutal.
Pissing in the rain and all that, man.
Talking about international cops and what have you, out of the blue last night, Morelos called up to the Colombia squad, which obviously coincides with the Old Firm. We're still waiting to hear whether Kamar Roof, if he's going to be fit, gets called up to Jamaica, and whether any of the Japanese signings are going to be called up for their game as well. Definitely Rogic is going to be called up by Australia. I think he's been called up, so he's going to miss out on the Old Firm. But it's just, what have you made of it? It just seems crazy to me that the Old Firm has been scheduled around these international dates. When it's Scotland's showpiece game, you want to see the best players playing in that game. You know, and you know, we've not even mentioned the Rebo is probably not going to be making it because the Africa Cup of Nations is still going on as well. So I mean, it just seems mad that fixture's been put where it is. What do you make of this? Should it be called off? Should it be moved? What do you make of it, boys?
Hope it's not called off or moved because I've got a ticket. Whoa!
I don't think you can call it off. I don't think it can be called off again. You can. It just becomes a fucking laughing stock then.
And if it does get called off, you still have your ticket, Tom?
I know. You'd still just need to go.
I know, but maybe I can't go when it's rearranged. You know.
Yeah.
Right, really.
I know that I can go on this date.
Yeah.
So I want it to get played on this date.
It's like you say, John. It's fucking Scotland's showpiece football and event. So if it gets called off again, it becomes a bit embarrassing.
You're happy for these players, but you can't help find it frustrating. I mean, Morelos so good at that fucking.
You just sit in the bench.
Scott, exactly.
Yeah.
I want Nigeria knocked out this tournament.
It's not going to happen, but they know they're not going
to. They're fucking flying.
Yeah.
Super Eagles are flying.
from a Celtic point of view, the Japanese guys, I think Maeda's not been called up since 2019, as Eddie Gucci's only had like one cap, and Hatate, we're going back to him. I don't think he's in the same kind of boat as Maeda, so he's not been called up 2019. Whether they're now at Celtic and that changes anything, we don't know. But and Furuhashi's obviously still injured at the moment, so I mean, it might work out more in Celtic's favour than it does in Rangers.
I mean, but it's look at earlier on in the season. We had nae goalie, we had nae Tav, we had nae Gerrard, and we still managed it. So, but it's just, it gives you the fear, doesn't it? It really, really does. Because I mean, the thought of maybe Itten playing, or I mean, he's only just back. It's giving me the fear, and the fact that Defoe's away, I know it's like. By the way, I can't keep up with all these interviews that he's doing, man. I just want to greet every time.
Did you see that one on TalkSport? They call him Uncle JD, man.
Oh man, it was just so cute.
Aye.
Just love him, man.
There you go. But what a shame.
There's talk of him going back to Sunderland.
That wouldn't surprise me, man.
Heard that. So at the moment, I don't think, I like you say, they can't move it again, can they? They can't. It has to go ahead, I guess. And if you guys are happy for it to happen, you know,
mate, it's up to Celtic, man.
It's up to Celtic. If it benefits them, it's they'll get their way.
It's up to Celtic. If Celtic want to move it again, they'll move it.
Aye.
So
Just wait and see what they say.
We'll play whenever.
We'll decide closer to the time.
Wait and see what happens with the Japanese boys. Right, and now let's talk about the Daft Boys. And I'm doing a showbiz special this week. All right, you ready? Would you like to hear about Robbie Williams having a hitman ordered on him? Would you like to hear why one of Heidi Klum's leg is more expensive than the other to insure? Or would you like to hear about the only 2 autographs that Keanu Reeves has ever asked for?
Yes, the last one.
Aye.
Keanu Reeves.
That's probably nice. He's meant to be the nicest guy in the world, isn't he? He always reads stories about him. I remember there was a story about the pictures. Some guy worked at the pictures and he came in and the boy that worked behind the desk was like, "Look, I can get you a discount kind of thing." He says, "No, it's all right." And then Keanu Reeves, I think, realised that he was just wanting him to sign something or whatever, and then ended up buying a cone and signed the receipt or something like that. You always hear stories that he just floats about, he gets a bus and all that carry on.
Yeah, he gives a lot of money to charity and stuff.
See the stuntmen for John Wick. He bought every single one of the stuntmen a 25 grand Rolex.
Lovely guy, man.
That's a bit much. That's a bit much, isn't it?
What a guy.
That's gone too far.
Right, so the story...
Jinky's hiding something.
I actually don't like him now.
You're veering for nice guy into creepy guy.
Aye.
So the story goes that he's only asked for 2 autographs in his life. One person was Lou Reed. That's the only person he asked an autograph for. And the other person was George Carlin. Now, do you know who George Carlin is?
Oh, I know. New York comedian. Shit hot.
Yeah. Rufus and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So that's the only 2 autographs he's ever asked for, which leads me to ask this question of you boys. Have you ever asked for an autograph from anyone?
Hundreds of football players when I was a wee boy, innit?
Aye.
Eric Bo Anderson, Terry Butcher.
Aye.
Did you approach these players, Grado, with your programme or whatever? And
getting the programme signed and stuff like that, and they were always horse shit, all the signatures, weren't they? Like
Ian Durant, waiting outside Ibrox, my dad, Ian Durant came out and signed my programme. Aye.
But has Andy got any ones that are non-fit? I'm trying to think. I don't even think
I got Stephen Henry's autograph.
That's funny, man.
I would ask for his, I know. I love
Stephen Henry's autograph. I've got Raymond Barneveld's autograph. I was at hospitality at the Darts once, and I've managed to blag my way into the Players' Lounge. And Big Barney was there. I was like, "Oh, Stephen, like Barney, come and sign this." And I got Tim Krul was also there, and I got Tim Krul because Tim Krul, get this right. Tim Krul's really good mates with Barney, right? Because Barney used to work with Tim Krul's dad. Used to be Sparkies together. So Tim Krul is really, really good pals with Raymond van Barneveld. There you go.
Do you know what I love about this whole story, John, man? Tolling Grado's face, man, I like that.
He's so excited because Barney and Tim Krul are Sparkies and they're really close.
I got Mark McManus' autograph when I was a wee guy.
Oh, did you, man?
Aye. Down in Tollcross Road, he's the first time I ever seen anybody off the telly, and I was with my granny coming out to be newsagents. Mark McManus was walking by me just by like the Waverley on Tollcross Road, and I was pure like that. And my granny's like, "Excuse me, son, excuse me, can I get an autograph from my boy?" And he turned around and he's like, "I see them watching Tiger, he's too wee."
Do you know, I've spoken about this before, but there was a guy for Home and Away years ago that was doing a tour.
Closer each day.
Aye, it was either Home and Away or Neighbours, and he came in a limousine to the candy bar in Salkits.
Dr. Carol Kennedy, was it no?
Legend. Legend.
He was Neighbours.
Aye, Grado said it was Home and Away or Neighbours. But...
Carl Kennedy's a fucking legend, man.
He done Fully Booked as well on a Saturday morning, and then he turned up in fucking Hamilton Street in Salkits in a limousine and went into the roll shop and shook their horns and got pictures with the people, and that was it. Remember the Baldy Man was filmed down Stevenson Beach and all, Rabsy Nisbet? Remember that?
Aye.
Gregor Fisher.
I've got his hobby.
Right.
I've got Heath Ledger's autograph.
Oh, have you?
Aye.
How the fuck did you get that?
It's I got it as a Christmas present. It was framed and all of that with a certificate. I think.
Oh, so you didn't go and you didn't meet him and go.
I never met him, but I've got his autograph.
That doesn't count then, too.
Aye, man, that's
Because
shit.
Ennis could just go.
Mr. Snyder?
Right
Up by Snyder?
Right then, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Aye, you partied with him in Vegas, didn't you?
Aye.
No, not
There you
Vegas,
go.
in fucking Glasgow.
You partied with Snoop
Glasgow.
Dogg. in Glasgow.
Glasgow.
I didn't in Glasgow.
Is it? Chris,
He fucking says Vegas, bang on, this is Glasgow.
Welcome to Glasgow, Snoop. Welcome to Glasgow.
Chris, just talk us through how you end up partying with Snoop Dogg.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I've got photos. Grado, you've seen
I have seen them, mate.
I've heard this story, man. I know what you're talking about.
It is legit, but what I will say is I was watching Ant and Dec's Limitless Win last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some guy told this exact story that I'm about to tell you, and it must have been in the same night, because it was a guy from Glasgow. And Snoop
Was he not for Glasgow?
Snoop Dogg's bouncer basically come up to me and says, "Come on backstage and meet Snoop Dogg. Just come up."
Why did he pick you?
I wonder why, eh?
Has Snoop Dogg got something for dwarves?
Yeah,
John!
I'll tell you what,
John!
Mars was
Oh,
killing me the
right.
next morning.
What does that say again?
I says, I'll tell you what, Mars was killing me the next morning. No, but hang me. I went backstage and met Snoop Dogg and that and had a wee. So.
What was he like as a guy?
It was just exactly as you would imagine him to be. It was just pure, so laid back. It was ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you this as well. There was a queue of lassies outside the dressing room for fucking my house to Sucky Hall Street. Right, honest to God, man, and every one of them was a big dolly bird. So obviously the bouncer's been going into the crowd and going, right, one meat dog, one meat dog, and all these birds, man, they're lined up on the. Grado, you've been in the the academy, so you know what the backstage bit's like. It's all pure cramped. It's all pure cramped and all that.
Yeah.
Right, and it's honest to God, man. There were every wall to wall big dolly birds. It was brilliant.
So there we go. Chris told Snoop Dogg, best of pals. And did you say Snoop Dogg? Was it before selfies, Chris, or did you get selfies?
I got a photo of him. I know it wasn't a selfie, but I've got a photo of him.
Got a photo. Got the. What'd you get the autograph signed on?
It was a napkin, mate.
Did you get it framed?
I've not got it anymore, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh,
mate.
By the way, see that guy in Salkits? It was Rick Alessi, played by Dan Fowlson. Any remember him?
I remember Rick Alessi.
Aye, he was in Salkits.
He was a good looking fella.
Yeah, was a good.
Here's the thing, but does Snoop Dogg know they just eat adverts and all now?
Aye.
How much have they paid Snoop Dogg to the Just Eat advert?
That was. I heard the figure. I think it was like.
£6 million.
It was ridiculous. I think it was about 6 million. You're right, Chris. Aye.
Mental, man.
Mental. Listen, if you've had an autograph signed by someone, we'd love to hear from it. Get in touch with us on the Twitter at FootballDaftPod. Let us know who's.
Do you ever get asked for autographs?
Shoot, it doesn't really happen often.
It's selfies now.
Aye, it's all
Selfies
selfies.
is a new autograph, isn't it? Selfies. Is a new autograph.
The autograph, like, mate, you'll be they fucking Ross Stone nights. You need to sign about 1 million autographs after it, the meet and greet thing. So that's like an autograph thing where you sign it and you get a photo took and all that. But like, it's mostly selfies now.
Wrestling conventions and all that, but I'm sure there was one time somebody sent me a link to eBay and it was an autograph book, a plain autograph book, but with my signature inside it, and it was fucking £2.99. And I figured out I'd actually decreased the fucking price of the actual autograph book.
Mate, you can get the book for £4.99, but the signature you get it for £2.99.
So
It comes under the damaged bit.
The whippy counter.
Let us know what autographs you've got. We'd love to put them on the show next week. Have you got Grado or Stephen's autograph? That would be brilliant. Or maybe Chris's. Maybe because when we were out in our football daft now, there was more people getting selfies with Chris than any you two, by the way. Everyone was stopping him in the street, man.
Remember the wee woman that thought I was in Indiana Jones?
So let us know if you've got any good autographs out there. So later we'll be speaking, hopefully we're going to speak to Wi-Fi issues aside, because we don't know if the Wi-Fi will be down in Madison. In our new feature, Football Daft Focus, we're going to be focusing on the John Souttar transfer with none other than former presenter of this show, Ewen Cameron. Hopefully he will be on. On the big question, we're asking, what actor would play your favourite player if they were to make a movie of your team? We'll be looking for your Football Daft moments of the week. Grado has 3 riddles, which he's assured us he's got this week, and our belters.
They're fucking mind fucks. Sorry for swearing.
On the riddles, and on teammates, it's Livingston manager David Martindale. Now it's time for a new section of the show. We're calling it Football Daft Focus. We'll look at the big story of the week by talking to supporters of clubs across Scotland. We'll talk to podcasters. And we thought we'd kick it off by getting on our friend and social media shit stirrer, Ewen Cameron, as we are going to discuss the John Souttar transfer saga. Ewen, welcome back to the show, my friend.
It's good to be back, and it's nice to see Grado finally show up once in a while, isn't it?
Good to see you. Wait, you're talking about you left me high and dry, you cunt?
You left him with Tanner for like 6 months.
It's 2 years later, man. I'm still not over it. You still annoy me.
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
My wife has just put the light on. Is that better? Do you want the light off?
No, it's better about half, mate, because we can see more of your face here. So turn that off, man.
Please, I turn it off. I think there's enough going on here with it. Get me off.
I'm kidding you on, mate. Leave it on.
Have you shaved your head, Ewan?
I shaved my head. I've gone like Purdo there.
Right, let's get into it, Ewan. You've
been Shooter!
There's been beef between you and Mr. Purden on Twitter. You've been very vocal about the transfer of John Souttar. Got booed there.
That's pathetic.
On Tuesday.
Right, hold on.
John,
hold on a wee second there.
Yes.
I hate you Rangers fans. It's all, look at that. Poor Suter got booed the other night there.
You hate us Rangers fans, you hate us Rangers fans.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me just finish what I'm about to say, right?
I see your piece.
Can I take you back to Rugby Park a couple of years ago under Steven Gerrard? 2 weeks before you played Kilmarnock, who did you sign? You signed Jordan Jones, right? Jordan Jones then goes and scores the winner against Rangers at Rugby Park when you're chasing the title. Do you remember the absolute abuse he got that night?
No, I was at the game. He never got abuse.
He did on social media. Oh, mate, he got absolutely castigated for scoring that winner.
Ewan, were you at that game?
And running around celebrating like he just won the World Cup.
Why were you at that game?
No, wait. My point is this, right? You're having a pop at Hearts fans for being upset with John Souttar signing for Rangers on a pre-contract. You were just as upset with Jordan Jones when he scored that winner against you that night at Rugby Park. No, it isn't.
There's a big difference, Ewan. There's a big difference. The guy played the game and scored the goal. You're rat and putting things on his coffee shop and all this. You know, it's pathetic. It's
Grado, do me a wee favour. Google is your friend, right? And maybe even check on that little website of yours called Follow. Go to the Bear Pit and do some word searches to find out what they thought of Jordan Jones that night.
So before you seem to know a lot about Rangers fans.
Right. Hold on a wee second here. Right. Were you at that game that night, Ewan?
I was watching it in the house.
Right, so you were watching the Rangers game. Did you go in the Bear Pit after it? Did you go and follow after it?
Well, you see, just to give you a wee insight into what I used to be like. When I was doing the football phone and on Real Radio, I was on Celtic Minded, I was on Jambo's Kickback, I was on Follow, and I was also on Hibs. Why? Wait. Why was I on all those forums? Because I wanted to see what the fans were saying so I could take their
Right, can I say my piece now? Can I say my piece?
Can I just say one more thing? I can assure you that night we were more interested in the big centre half that gave away the ball that night rather than Jordan Jones.
Yes.
We were more like, fair enough, he's well done to him for scoring a goal against us. We've got him next season. Either might have been a bit of abuse, but it wasn't to the extent of the way you're carrying on with Suter.
Exactly. And do you know something? It's Grado's right. It's very different, right? Jordan Jones had just scored a goal against us, the winning goal. Yous are giving abuse to a guy who's been probably your best player this season. He's kept that defence rock solid. He's still playing for you. Yous are still employing him. He's playing his football for Hearts, and yous are still giving the guy abuse because he's wanting to better his career.
Wait. I have said on Twitter, and I've had this argument with a few Rangers fans, I don't in any way condone the abuse that he's getting on social media. It's bang out of order, completely out of order, and I've said that on social media. But I want John Souttar to leave Heart of Midlothian Football Club in this month.
That's fine.
I think he needs to go to Rangers now. He has to go to Rangers now. But I hate when fans from other clubs suddenly get almighty and go, "Oh, what a poor wee shame! How dare you do that to John Souttar?" Rangers fans are just as bad with their players if they turn again. Well, look at Kenny Miller when he went to Celtic.
It's a bit different going to fucking Celtic.
No, listen, what you need to take into account here, see this, what about it, pish? Forget about it.
Exactly, Toll.
Well, you're just doing it. You're
No, but they're having a pop at me for the Heart fans.
And then you're saying, then you're saying, what about yous? That's what about it is, Ewan.
But Ewan, and what did you mean with your tweet when you said in Rangers rubbing salt into our wounds with their press release? And you said it makes me sick. What else did they make, if I can say?
Listen, the news had just broke, right? That Rangers had signed one of our better players, right? And as Stephen just said there, he's been outstanding for us at the back. I wouldn't say he's been our best player. I think Lee Boyce has been brilliant this season for us. I think Craig Gore's probably been up there for player of the year.
Been very good as well.
Halkett's been great as well. He's signed a new deal, which is brilliant. Suter's been great, don't get me wrong. He was brilliant that night for Scotland when he played and scored that goal as well. But what I'm saying is that John Suter's a great player. He's a Hearts player, and I will support him. But I do think that he needs to go now. And I agree with Toll. This whataboutery is just a pain in the backside.
But that's what you're doing.
You just come on and done the same thing.
You're saying Paul's bang on because you just turned around your sentence. What about when Kenny Miller went to Celtic? What about?
Right, here's a question for you, right? Second of January, Hearts versus Hibs. John Souttar scores the winner. What happens? What's the reaction from the Hearts supporters then?
No, because I'll tell you what's going to happen with John Souttar. As soon as he plays against Celtic midweek next week, he'll be off to Rangers afterwards.
Hey, but answer the question that John just asked you, mate.
He's not going to be playing against Hibs.
No, but imagine, hypothetically.
Oh, no, you go.
So do you think Soutar's gone in this window, Ewan? You're after the game against Celtic, he's gone. They're holding him for the game against Celtic.
I tell you what, even more so now after Bassey's performance the other night there against Aberdeen. Rangers need Souttar. I thought Bassey was awful the other night there. And Souttar's a far better player. And Celtic are on a decent run just now. They've made some decent signings. Good win the other night there against him. So I think Rangers need Souttar right now.
Is it not a worry? For me, outside looking in again, it's got nothing to do with my team, so it's not a big concern of mine. But if it was Celtic that were signing Souttar, I would be worried. See his injury history. I would want him in right now, because see while he's playing for another team, the chances of him picking up another injury, when not on your watch kind of thing, while you've committed to this pre-contract, is quite a worry. I would think. Do you not think so?
It is a worry, but you bring him in and it's the same thing. If he plays, he could get injured.
I've got another theory. Do you think that Rangers are letting Souttar stay at Hearts till after the Celtic games where he can do a job?
Yeah. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Do you think he's a rat?
No, not at all. I've also I've said all along, out of all his options, Rangers were easily his best option. 100%. You either go to the Championship in England, or you go to the Champions League. It's a no-brainer. You're going to the Champions League because the top two in Scotland, obviously the winners are going to get automatic.
Something here.
What do you mean?
Even if
Rangers in the Champions League.
no, but even if we finish, right? Say hypothetically, you win the league pool, we can still go into a Champions League qualifier.
Yeah, the top two. But Rangers will win the league, and John Souttar's not going to turn down the chance to help Rangers win a league and then get into the Champions League proper. You ain't turning it down for Blackburn or Sheffield United or Stoke City.
He's baiting you. You've got to jump on that.
But Toll knows, even though Rangers were poor the other night they've still got 4 points ahead of Celtic. Celtic are away to Tynecastle next week, and you're no beating Hearts on Wednesday night. That's for sure.
Wait a minute. How much was that bet you had with him, Stevie?
But 50 quid I gave to charity.
Right, 50 quid, June.
Toll, man, I love you, the new man. I know way, but
Toll, hold on a minute. Stephen Purden has already paid £50 to Cash for Kids. Do you want me to take your money as well?
No, it's not going to be you taking the money. It's Cash for Kids, but I would be happier
Right.
seeing them taking your money.
So again, are you giving me the same bet that Stephen Purden gave me, which is I also get the draw?
Yes.
Oh, you sure about this, mate?
Yeah,
Mate, I'm
fucking
taking
rolling
that
in it.
bet.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, I'm taking that bet every day of the week. And I tell you what, Toll, let's up the stakes.
Wow.
Let's go £100.
Money ain't no thing for Toll now, man.
Sorry.
Toll, stick a grand on it. Stick a grand on it, Toll.
No, I'll go £100.
£100.
There we go.
Right.
And I get the draw as well.
Yeah,
There we go. Football Daft audience, you've just witnessed that bet. £100 going to Cash for Kids, depending on the result against Celtic v Hearts next week.
But all the listeners out there, remember, when the fun stops, stop.
Gambleaware.co.uk.
Absolutely. So there we go. We'll find out what happens over the next month with John Souttar. Ewan, thank you so much for coming on our first Football Daft Focus.
Good to see
Always
you.
a pleasure, Ewan. Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you,
See you
mate.
later, man.
Good to see you. We need a wee night out.
We'll come
know.
out. We're due a night out. The Football Daft crew are due a night out anyway. We're talking
Yeah,
about it.
you
want to
can come along as an honorary
I
member.
think we're going to go in February, aren't we?
Aye, we should.
By the
we
way,
should-
somebody needs to go on to Tanner and see if he wants to come along.
Right, what we'll do is we should do a wee Hall of Fame night and induct Ewan at the Football Daft Hall of Fame.
Aye.
Ewen Cameron and then Bob Malcolm.
Ewen Cameron and Kev the Chef.
Football Daft's big question.
Now, as well as hosting this show, Mr. Christopher Toll also hosts a movie podcast. What is the name of said podcast, Chris?
It's called The Great Scots Cinema Club, and it's fucking magic.
Go and listen to it. If you like your movies, go and listen to it. It's a great listen. And he has inspired this week's question after putting this in the group chat. We want to know which actor would play your favourite footballer, or we'll keep it wider. Which actor would play a footballer? There's things that can marry up well. Have you got any suggestions, boys?
There's the obvious one that sticks out for Celtic, innit? And it's Johan Mjällby and Dolph.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph
Aye.
Lundgren, absolute stewing. Who'd play Larson, do you think, Chris?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a bit too old for Larson now, isn't it?
Aye, but they can do that thing that they done in The Irishman. Can't they?
They're
Make them young.
Making De Niro look about 30 again. He's still fucking 70 odds, man.
Imagine DiCaprio with a big head of fucking dreads.
Have you got any suggestions, Stephen?
I know, I've been trying to think of this, man. I'm trying to think of somebody. Do you know who I think would be good? Just because he had that fucking meltdown on set, man. I think Christian Bale would be a good Alan McGregor.
You could see that. You could see that.
And we've seen him in Batman. We know he can do flying kicks as well.
Great.
Fuck, man, I'm good. Is Anthony Hopkins, is he still alive?
Aye.
Yeah.
He'd be good playing Walter Smith.
Oh, mate, that's
Aye.
Oh, that's a shout.
That
That
would be a good one.
is.
That would be good. And then who would play Super Harry, man?
Oh, who would play Super Ali? Aye.
Robert Cameron.
By the way, Anthony Hopkins could do Super Ali and all.
Aye. I think in his younger days, man, I think Robert Carlyle would be a good Super Ali.
No, do you know?
That's a good shout, Robert Carlyle.
No, actually, see when you think about it now, Ali McCoy, you could probably get Sinbad for Brookside.
Sinbad for Brookside?
Aye, because they've got the same kind of fun grey hair in
In the body there.
So Sinbad playing Super Ali.
Then he's watched Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
You know, Gary or Barry or whatever it is they call him.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think he'd be perfect for Donald Park?
He would be. He would be. Brilliant.
Who's Stephen Graham playing, man? Because he's like the fucking hottest actor about now.
Stephen
Scott
Graham.
Brown or something. No.
Scott Brown's a great shout for Stephen.
He's playing Scott Brown, man, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Aye, he would be good at that. That's funny.
That's really fucking annoyed me, but...
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was like, Scott Brown, and I meant, okay.
You know what? Your man for the line of duty, the chief, could play the old Crystal Palace manager, the old England manager. What's his name again?
Neil Warnock.
Mark Warburton.
No, the one.
Oh, Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock.
No, he retired last year. He was Crystal Palace manager.
Roy Hodgson?
Aye.
Aye. He's a
a
perfect Hodgson, man.
Who's Martin Compston, one of Scotland's?
He's not. He's got
He's purely getting a gig. So
He's got a
He's Kieran Tierney, isn't he?
Aye, that's a good one.
That's a good one, actually.
who is Stephen Purden playing in this in Grado? Because, we've got some fine actors.
I'll play.
Grado's playing Mark Yardley.
Grado's playing Mark Yardley and I'm playing John Spencer.
Mark Yardley.
Mark Yardley.
Fucking hell, man.
What a shout that is.
You're Scott McDonald.
I don't.
Alessio! Rick Alessi!
Rick Alessi.
John, who you playing, John? You're like
You're Dustin Diamond! He can play John! No,
But
What was Lou Carpenter's name? He's Big Ange, isn't he?
he's big.
It was Tom something or other who played Lou. I can't remember his surname. Is he still with us? Is Lou Carpenter still with us? He must be.
Do you know what? I actually looked him up recently. I think he's like 85 or something now.
Tom Carpenter was his name.
John, do you know who you're playing?
Yeah.
Scott Nisbet.
No, I know. No, John, you're Alec Cleland.
No, he's too tall.
Aye, but he's the same here.
Aye.
Yeah, I'll take Cleland.
And Toe, you can play Gary Bolin.
Can I play Alex Ray?
That's brilliant. Right, we've nailed it. We've absolutely nailed it. Right.
My mates all said I was a double of fucking Lee Hodgson.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Lee Hodgson would make the Rangers movie, I'll be honest with you.
No, mate, no.
Let's get on to the listeners and their suggestion. John kicks us off with Antonio Banderas as Xavi and Martin Compston as Scott Brown.
No, see, Xavi's your man for... he was in The Godfather Part 3. What's his name?
Andy Garcia?
Aye, Xavi's Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
Aye, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to get this big question up so I'm sorry, I'm not prepared.
Miko says Jim Carrey as Jota. Now, I don't know where he's getting that from.
Jota's like a mad fucking Mediterranean looking fucking...
Do you know who would play Jota? James Franco's wee brother.
Aye, that's a good show, actually.
Yeah.
Mark Kerr, played by Macaulay Culkin, says Grant, showed promise in their early careers, destined for greatness, never fulfilled their potential. Cult heroes?
Yeah.
I bet who's playing Alex Totten, the dog?
Yeah, the next one's a belter, because I get where the guy's coming from. It's a belter.
Is this me? Martin says Anthony Hopkins as Suarez.
That's a fucking peach, man.
Because he played Hannibal.
Silence of the Lambs.
Very good, very good. Ross is going for Joaquin Phoenix to play Father Kevin the Clown Clancy.
Aye, that's a good shout. That's a good shout.
Williams says Wesley Snipes is Fashion Sakala.
Fuck you. This is a belter, man. There's no caller. Nobody's left their name, but they've said Steve McFadden is Chris Point. The next one's going
Ricky
on.
says Ross Kemp is John Hartson.
Keep it at one side. They can't have the Grant Bros on either side of the divide, surely.
Aye. I think Kemp would need to put on a couple of pun with it, though.
Aye.
P-Mac, sorry, it's me. P-Mac B says Grado to play wee Alfie in the story of 55.
I like that. I reckon I could pull that off.
There's one.
I'm still getting folks saying that little Gerard for the nose up.
I said that to you, didn't I?
I know. See a wee bit.
You know what? I can see that.
I'm telling you, look.
See if you're listening to the podcast right now, Google image Grado, put a hand across the screen and check him from the nose up. He does look a bit like Gerard from the...
Fuck, I told you this weeks ago.
That's not months ago.
And you laughed at me.
But now I can see it. I can see it.
Look, I've got the same eyes as him, what?
Right, okay, do that now. Google image Grado.
Imagine Grado in Istanbul, lifting the European Cup above his head. Barely jiggling like fuck.
all the way through the take, man. Just out the side, he's moved going up and over, up and over, up and over.
And
JD, the last one, says sloth for the Goonies to play Johnny Hayes.
oh, brutal.
That's hard.
Brutal.
Especially when David Dodds is still alive.
David Dodds and fucking Johnny Hayes in the casting room, man, pure eyeballing each other.
David Dodds is Johnny Hayes' stunt man.
That was this week's big question.
It is a player profile playoff with piesports.com, bringing you the taste of Scottish football right to your door. You can get Scotch pies, steak and gravy pies, macaroni pies, chicken curry pies, macaroni pies. I've said that already.
John, I'm jumping
all
in,
to
mate.
your door.
I'm jumping in. I got a delivery for them this week, a surprise delivery.
Oh, did you?
Right, it must have been a wee, because they've just brought out this new pie. They've sent me 4 kebab pies.
I got them. I got them last Saturday morning. They were.
Did it have chili? Did it have chili sauce on it? Does it have chili sauce?
Chili sauce in them.
Oh, wow.
I tell you what, they're fucking dynamite, by the way.
Yeah,
seriously.
What about the bum the next day? A kebab pie doesn't sound like it.
I had one last night, and my farter's been absolutely...
I was alright, I know, and you can tell it's good quality. The doner meat. Grado, did you not get them, no?
No.
That's
by the way, they'll have went to go radio for you.
I think they will if I.
They will have.
Grado, you like them, man?
I mean, the problem with them, so I just want to say, I really want to try the doner meat pie.
Right, okay, we'll put that out to Pie Sports right now. And you can get your own doner meat pie. Head to piesports.com or give them a call, 01417399999. But hopefully we will give away some pies right now on the player profile playoff as we welcome to Football Daft, Jack Loughran, who's a Celtic supporter. Hiya, Jack.
Right.
Welcome, Jack.
Cheers, mate.
You in the works van today, mate?
Aye, basically, mate, aye.
What is it you do?
I worked at painting.
You're a painter? Oh, I've got some jobs coming up that you might be interested in. Anywho.
Mate, Coatbridge based.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go,
We give Toe a discount, Jack.
Aye, mate, straight.
Maybe,
Mate,
he might work with the builder that I've got coming in, so you never know, eh?
There we are.
And then you can try one of my kebab pies.
Oh, aye.
See the kebab, what is it? Is it just doner meat inside them?
You know what?
It's good.
All it is literally doner meat and chili sauce.
Chili sauce.
Oh, wow,
And
man.
it's in a Scotch pie case.
Oh.
And it's honestly, man, it's brilliant.
Well, hopefully we can give away some to Jack right now. Do you know how the game works, Jack? I'm basically going to read out a player description. If you know the player, you buzz in while your buzzer will get that in a minute. If you do buzz in and you get it wrong, the play continues with the other player and it is the first to 2 that wins. And we are staying on the same theme as we did last week, January transfers. So I've got some more transfers which happened in January. Jack, I am going to let you choose one of our fantastic presenters. Who would you like to play?
I don't know, Andy, to be honest.
Just choose. You choose. Do you want an old?
Grado's up for Jack.
Yeah, we'll go Grado in.
Go, Grado.
You'll beat me, I'll not be good at this.
Grado, back in the day, you were like this was your pride and joy.
Right.
You said you're the best at this, Grado. Come on, I the Tiger, son.
Right, sorry. When you go then.
Rising up, back on the street.
What's your buzzer going to be, Grado?
I'm back!
Right, Jack, what's your buzzer going to be?
I'll go for Hatate.
That's
Hatate.
funny. We've been talking about him.
Talk about him. Right, here we go then. First player out is... This striker ended up back at Easter Road in 2016 on loan from Celtic.
I'm back!
Grado.
Tony Stokes.
Tony Stokes, 1-0, Grado.
Fuck, I thought it was Derek Riordan. Well played, Grado.
Oh, Grado won that. Right, next player out. This young centre-half moved from Tannadice to Tynecastle at the age of 21.
Hatate.
No way.
Hatate is in...
When you go see it.
John Souttar.
That's shite, John.
Suter, 1-1.
I knew it was that. That was too obvious. I was like,
That was too obvious and you fucking didn't get it.
Right, on you go.
So obvious that you didn't even buzz in. Fucking hell. Right, 1-1. Right, next player out. On arriving at Celtic Park, this midfielder hit the ground running before suffering, as many did, under Ronnie Dyler. It was expected he'd be leaving Parkhead, but under Brendan Rodgers, he became an essential member of the squad before an eventual move to Southampton.
Hatate.
Jack.
Shot Armstrong.
2-1. Well done, my friend. Grado, you're raging.
I swear.
That's
Grado.
fucking annoying, man. I fucking knew that John Souttar one. Well played, Jack.
Yeah.
That's shite. That's shite.
This is why I love it when
Shite.
Grado does it, because he's got his temper just goes, man.
That's fucking annoying. Give me one more.
You want one more, right? We'll give one more. Right,
One more.
right, Jack. Get ready on the buzzer. This is the.
Alright.
You could have imagined the effect this veteran centre half would have at Ibrox when he arrived as a 36-year-old.
Oh, that's
I'm
easy.
back!
That's easy.
Aye, that's easy. David Weir.
That is David Weir. Well done,
Right,
Grado.
I win. See you later, Jack. Bye! See you later, Bobby.
Jack, you get the pies this week, so congratulations.
I'll let him have the pies.
Oh, no, yeah.
I would have said,
Jack, you
I would
got
have
the
said
pies.
Derek Riordan there, man.
If you want to get pies and check out their doner kebab pie, head to piesports.com right now.
Here's the deal. If you use the internet without ExpressVPN, it's very much like checking your baggage at the airport without a lock on it. You think that your stuff is being kept private, but listen, you never know who's raiding through your panties, your hemorrhoid creams, your sex toys. You never ever know what is going on once you put that bag through the checkout. But what you need to do is you need to get online with VPN because it's very similar. Internet service providers, they can see everything that's in your bag. They can see every single website that you visit, and they can also take the information and sell it without your consent, by the way, to the ad companies and the big tech giants, big tech, and then they use the data and they target you. So you need to browse anonymously. You need to do it through VPN, ExpressVPN, so that the ISPs can see your online activity. It's anonymised by a secure VPN server and your data is encrypted, so you've got maximum protection. So all you need to do is fire up the ExpressVPN app and you click one button, and it just doesn't work on your computer. It's on your phone, it's your laptop. You can even set it to your router, so everybody that shares your Wi-Fi, they're protected as well. I like to go on the internet, ExpressVPN, and use it anonymously, so I feel safe, so that nobody else can get in about it, so nobody else can take my data. I like to be protected. I like to go with ExpressVPN, and you can secure your online activity just like me by visiting the website expressvpn.com/daft. That's our wee site. It's expressvpn.com/daft, and you get an extra 3 months free when you sign up. So remember that, expressvpn.com/daft. It's now time for Grado's 3 riddles on Football Daft.
Yes, it's that point in the show where
No, this is my bit, I did it.
Oh, sorry, you want to do this bit. Right, go.
Welcome to another edition of Grado's Free Riddles. The scores are Tools in the lead, and the rest are kind of a wee bit behind on it.
Brilliant. Right, the scores currently, right, get ready, players. The scores currently are Chris 27, I'm on 17, Stephen's on 13. Now get this, we put out the riddle last week to the listeners, which was Bad Can's Irish Pub.
I got it right away, didn't I? Martin
You
O'Neill.
got it right away last week, Grado. What was it?
Martin O'Neill.
It was Martin O'Neill. Now remember Dean from last week who made it 2 in a row?
Aye.
He's made it 3 in a row.
Good on
and he's
him.
went above Nicola Purden on the scoreboard. So Dean is
Get Nicola. Stevie, get Nicola.
Hold on.
It's 3 in a row to Dean, right? But there has been a bit of controversy here, right?
Where are you?
Ross has got in touch, right? And he says, not trying to tell you how to do your job, but I think you should pick a winner at random for guessing the riddle instead of the first to get in. I'm at I don't get the chance to watch it till Friday night, Saturday morning. What do you think of that?
I don't know, I'm just laughing at Bob when he calls his missus pal and all that. It's all right, Paul!
So
It's all right, Paul!
So Ross is basically saying he's at a disadvantage because he doesn't get to hear the podcast.
I've missed all this. What is it?
Well, Dean Ross has messaged in Stephen saying that he thinks he's at a disadvantage because he doesn't get to hear the podcast till Friday night, Saturday morning. And what I think Dean's been doing is downloading the podcast, going straight to the riddles, and then messaging his answer so he can get on the scoreboard because that's 3 in a row for the big man now.
Good on him.
Right. Do you know what? See the big man. See what he's doing. Fair play.
That's how you win
Right.
it, man.
Right.
Okay.
You
Oh,
lie, you
sorry,
cheat, you steal.
Right. Nice guys come last.
Sorry, Ross.
Listen, there's no pals in the desert.
Right.
No.
Yeah, sorry, Ross, you've been overruled, so we're not doing a draw. First in with the right answer gets it. So if you are a fan of this feature and want on the scoreboard, you just got to have to skip to this bit in the podcast and then go back and listen to the rest of it, right? As simple as that. So the current...
Either that or we get a punter on each week to come in against us at the same time.
Oh, that maybe... We'll have a look at that, right?
We don't get enough of the public on this show, man.
Chris is on 27.
Dean's overtook you in the leaderboard now. Dean, guy keeps fast forwarding the podcast and getting the riddle right, so he's on 3 now and you're on 2. Right, you want to come into this one? You want to stay there? You don't need to come on camera, you can stay there. You sure?
I think she might struggle with these ones, Bob. They're a bit out there.
Leave these ones.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, see, now she wants to come on. That was like pure Kenny Dalglish press conference. You're safe here, pet. I think you might struggle with these ones, pal.
What's with it? That was a bit.
No, current score...
2022, mate. 2022, Grado, man. Come on.
Chris 27, I'm 17, Stephen 13, Dean is on 3, Nicola Purden on 2, Ryan 1, Jack 1, Ian Weekle 1, Ryan DeBar 1, John Mitchell 1, Albert's Legend 1, Declan Ramage 1, Pat the Pallet Prick on 1, and Ali McDonald is on 1. Grado, what are the riddles?
Can I just say something? See all through the banter, man. I love it when it comes to riddles, man. Till you just pure get a game face on, man. You don't take part in any of the banter. You're just pure sit last night.
Just get to the riddles, John.
It was in a pure huff last week, so I get 2 right, man.
Good.
Just to these ones, right? It's not just Scottish football. Well, actually, that's a lie. There's only one that's no Scottish football, right? And I'll go with that one first, right? The one that's no Scottish football.
Right, is that a footballer still?
It's today with football. Well, it's today with football. That's what I'm saying. Right. So the first one is.
Physio?
Right, just let me do it. A male father with a famous Scottish wrestler's surname.
Eugene Daddy.
What the fuck? No.
Oh, for fuck. Oh, I thought I nailed that. That works.
Say it again, Grado.
A male father with a famous Scottish wrestler's surname. It's a bit out there.
Graham Stevely.
Male father. Dad. A male father? Surely a father's always a male.
But it's the way you do it. Think about it. One of the ones, isn't it?
Right, let's have a dad.
Papa.
Right, you were close with that. You're close with that, to what you first just said there. a male
How do I
father,
get in a comma?
a male father with a Scottish wrestler's surname. And it might not be a football player, but it's football related.
Oh,
It might not be a football player. A male father with a famous Scottish wrestler's surname. This might be too hard, man. I'm going to make a ass of myself.
McIntyre. Famous Scottish wrestler.
Well, how many fucking famous Scottish wrestlers are there?
McIntyre.
Mike Galloway.
Galloway. Oh,
No, it's no Drew.
Steve Lee.
He's only going to get it. This is embarrassing.
Steve Lee, Scottish wrestler.
Right, a male father. Try and work that into a name. You got something right, too. With a da.
Manda.
Guida.
You're close, John. You're close.
Mandy.
You're saying it. You're not saying it now. You're that close.
Guida.
Big in the news in the last couple of months.
Mandy.
The guy that Celtic signed.
John, you should know it. You should know it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, no, it's
You
not.
should know it. This is too hard for you.
Okay, we've took the fun out of this, man.
Sorry, man. I should have started with the other one.
Manda.
I don't know this one.
Right, fuck. Well, yeah.
White flag.
Aye, just tell us, Grado.
Amanda Stavely.
Oh, very good, Grado.
Who the fuck's Amanda Stavely?
Fucking Newcastle owner. Newcastle
owner. Amanda Stavely.
I thought the Newcastle owner was fucking.
You've killed my buzz, right? Anyway, the next one.
That's very good, Grado.
Like Amanda, a male father.
Amanda. That's very good. Very good.
Very. That's a fucking a connoisseur's riddle, man.
Aye, you're too stupid for it. That's what I'm saying. Right. Anyway, next one. Right, second one. Breaking news. Nice clays on you.
Fashion Sakala.
No. I thought you would say that right away.
Breaking news. Flash.
Breaking news. Nice clays on you.
Flash. Headline.
Breaking news.
Close to that, John, the way you're doing that headline and stuff.
Right. Breaking news. Flash. Breaking news. What else is it called? Breaking news. Headline.
It's maybe too much. Maybe making these too fucking hard now.
Breaking news.
Yeah, we need that stupid ones, man.
Oh no.
What's the second part, Grado?
Nice
clays on you.
Nice clays on you.
I just can't stop hearing the fucking ZZ Top song, Sharp Dressed Man, because you fucking said nice clays on.
Mate, fuck's sake. You must have been working on these for ages.
Do you know it's funny the day because I was coming up with them. I was telling Stephanie, she went, "Do you have to do this every week?" And I went, "Aye." She went, "How do you not tell him to fuck off?" And I went, "No, what are you doing?"
Do you know what, Grado? I'd written a whole bunch this week as well. I was sitting in the swimming with my daughter the other day. I was bored and I wrote a whole bunch for you as well. Just in case.
Wait, was swimming?
In the swimming?
I was swimming. No,
Pen and paper.
I was watching my daughter. Right, okay.
Daddy, 2 seconds in.
Dad, can we go down the flims, please? Give me 2 minutes.
You think after spilling fucking water on your laptop, you want to take pen and paper into a swimming pool? Right.
Breaking news, nice clays on you.
Right, he's getting up with this one, I know. One of the ones where it's just, right, okay. Justin Fashion.
Justin.
That's good, mate. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is
I wish he's got it.
Oh,
Right.
mate, that's a belter.
That is a belter.
Right, the next one. This might be too hard, man. Right, okay. The tide is going out to the sea in a popular taxi with a lentil curry. The tide is going out to the sea in a popular taxi with a lentil curry.
Right, Lionel Curry's a dal, isn't it?
Romandal. Romandal. That's Romandal. John Dal Thompson. Dow.
Eric Ekdal. Dow.
The tide is going out to the sea
Something.
in a popular taxi with a lentil curry. I think you might get this one. He's a close.
Popular
A popular taxi's Uber Dow.
No.
Glasgow Central.
What's I used as a taxi?
Say that again.
What's always used as a taxi? You see them quite a lot.
Skoda. A Skoda.
Brilliant. Well played, Stephen
He's
Purden.
like that. What's popular as a taxi? I'm like that. Hackney Dow.
As soon as it said what's popular, a Skoda.
Brilliant. Oh man, you're
Nice one. They're top notch, but their some thinkings went into them, man.
Listen, I've got one for the punters before we do the theme tune. This one's for the punters next week. Dull Pork legally battles Elliot. Dull
I love it, man.
Dull Pork legally battles Elliot. Now we can do the theme tune. Right, it is time for the Football Daft moment of the week as we look back on the moments of madness from football. If you want to sponsor this feature, you can do that. Please get in touch. We'd love some more advertisers on. So footballdaft@gmail.com. Maybe you're a company out there looking for an extra push for some of Scotland's finest talent that we have on offer here. Grado, Stephen Purden and Chris Toll. They can talk about your company. You know, for example, if we were to advertise, say, Kit Kats. Stephen Purden, what would you say about Kit Kats?
Take a break, have a Kit Kat or something.
There we go. We can get some of
I
prefer four-fingered ones.
I like chunkies.
Oh, aye.
I went to school with a lass that it used to get called Kit Kat because I.
Right, we don't need to know why. Right, so yeah, we can advertise anything you want. But before we get into it, let's go to last week's results. In joint last place with 13%, it was listener Simon's nomination of, remember, the Birmingham football expert on Super Scoreboard?
Yes.
Chris, you were also joint bottom with your mad guy celebrating as a tiger after scoring an offside goal in the African Cup of Nations. So they were bottom. So it's down to the last two. It was between Stephen and Grado. Stephen nominated Aribo's performance at the Cup of Nations. Grado's nomination was the ref blowing early in the Tunisia-Mali game. The winner, 38% of the vote, was Grado, the ref that blew early. Or as he called it, the referee that whistles. That was
referee that whistles.
So let's get into the Football Daft moment of the week for this week. Let's start off with Stephen Purden.
Clancy's incompetence.
Clancy's incompetence. Why is that getting your nomination this week?
Because we call this section some of the maddest stuff. We talk about the maddest stuff that's happened. The guy's meant to be a referee, and he just lost control. John, he lost control. Started self-indulging. Started just doing what he wants. Blowing whistles left, right and centre. As soon as you go near an Aberdeen player, they go down, he blows a whistle. Toll, I'll take the jaw clean off you, mate.
As soon as you're an Aberdeen player, he whistles. Unless it's Alan McGregor that's fucking doing karate on you.
It wasn't really. His legs
They never even touched him. It was never a penalty.
What are you talking about? You both said earlier on it was a penalty.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, but
I watched that again. It's never a penalty.
Do you know what? That's your prerogative.
Paul, you're making it sound like fucking Schumacher in the World Cup years ago, man. Came out and he didn't even lift his legs to him.
Mate,
It was
like the reverse of Kamar Roof.
Aye, do you know what it was? It was the pair of them coming together going, trying to avoid one another and diving at the road of one another.
Anyway, we've covered this. We've covered that.
So Stephen Purden's nomination is Clancy's incompetence. Chris, what's yours?
Maeda's sudden impact.
Cool, mate. What's yours, Grado?
Right, not even Hattati. Hattati was man of the match, and you're not even going for that, no?
I know, mate. You said the other boy who scored the goal was hardly in the game.
No, but it's my moment. It's only one moment, Stevie. So
All right, okay. So
Maeda scoring.
Maeda scoring. Grado, what you got?
Dick Campbell makes so he's. There was a lot of people on Twitter saying that he should be the display picture for FIFA 23. We've got to remember Dick Campbell. He's a star at the moment just now. He's never off ITV, Sky Sports News. He's everywhere just now. He's got the least budget probably in the Championship. He's got players that don't play fit by full time. They're top of the league, and the big petition going about the internet is for Dick to be the display picture on the disc of FIFA 23. Dick makes the disc display.
Imagine picking up FIFA and going, "Oh, bro."
Again, man! And going Ricky Little? Fucking hell.
What rating do you think Ricky would have? Think he'd be late 60s?
I'd say 59.
First thing Grado does goes in, Arbroath, change captain.
What's another story though? Was it Grado? It was on one of my group chats. So Dick Campbell's went, "Listen, all you lot, you're getting too big-headed here. You're top of the league." It was Grado. You told us this, didn't you?
Aye. I don't know if he's allowed me to say that, but I don't care. I did say that he was going, he's a stars, he's like, you're going to promote it. And they're going, you're the one that's never had fucking Sky Sports News.
You know what the thing is too as well, right? I remember when I was trying to get Ricky Little on for a surprise for you, Grado. Mm-hmm. And Arbroath had get beat, and he had banned them off of being on social media and all of that because they were getting beat. And now that they're winning, he's banning them off of getting on the social media and all that. That guy's a big hitter for his selling.
Aye, and the thing is, man, see every time he's on Sky Sports News, it's like him and his brother.
I know, yeah.
And he always swaggering about, man, and look pure.
And he always goes, my brother Ian.
Aye.
my brother Ian.
I noticed that his jacket's got RC on it. Richard Campbell. I mean, this guy's forgot the RC sat on for the top of the league.
Remember, is he not like one of the only two folk that we've had in an interview where he had to use the phone because he couldn't watch Zoom?
Yes, he was. But he was great value. So, Campbell.
John, what's yours?
Well, I've got the listeners one here, and it's from Callum this week, who's putting forward, I don't know if you saw this clip on social media, James Forrest explaining to Rio Hitati that he'd won man of the match. I don't know if you saw that.
Aye, it was
on the bench, and basically Hitati's turning around going, man of the match, like, there's no idea what James Forrest is clearly talking about. So he says that Jamesy clearly needs to work on his Japanese, so we'll put that forward from Callum for the listener nomination for this week.
That's funny, man.
No, Stevie, you do need to see it, but
I'm watching it.
I will. Obviously, as soon as this finishes, I'm going to look for it on Twitter, but I'm just acting the Billy Big Boys, I know.
So that's your Football Daft moments of the week to vote on. We've got Stevens.
Clancy's incompetence.
Chris's.
Sudden impact.
Grado's.
Dick. Dick's display FIFA.
And we've got the listener from Calm. It's man of the match to Hatati. So what are you voting for? Head to our Twitter right now. Get voting at Football Daft Pods. Get more Football Daft content right now on our Patreon channel, and you'll be able to see this week Chris as a woman. Patreon.com/Football Daft. It's a subscription service. You'll get more content from us. Rangers and Celtic Daft are back next week, so your chance to be a pundit on there. You'll get the video versions of Rangers and Celtic Daft up there as well as the video version of this very podcast. Chance to get a free t-shirt, cameos from the boys. We're on Zoom this week, but we'll be back in the studio with your chance to come into the studio, watch the podcast recorded, get involved in the show as well. So if you want any of that stuff, get signed up now, patreon.com/Football Daft. Get involved in the squad. We've got all our teammates up there, all our past guests. We're going to get the guests back soon, don't worry about that. But right now, you can hear teammates with Livy manager David Martindale.
Worst dressed.
It's a tough one. There's a few of them. I'm trying to remember them all. I'll go for Big Gary Malley, big stretch, the reserve team goalkeeper.
Aye.
Big stretch, absolutely dreadful. He could make a Armani suit look like he got it out of Primark.
Moniest.
Declan Gallagher.
Aye.
Aye, Big Decky. Big Decky loves a moan.
Who do you want to back you up in a fight?
I'll take Big Decky for that and all. But I'll go for it'll be a wee bit different. I'll go for Alan Lithgow. Big Lithgow. He's the one boy in the changing room nobody slags.
Aye.
Measure it on that end, ain't you?
Aye, Big Al.
Best looking?
Best looking. I'll tell you who thinks he's the best looking. That's a bit of a different question there, but the one who thinks he's the best looking is Josh Mullen by a country mile.
Right. I can see that.
See Josh?
Aye, I can see
Josh
that.
is the boy that you see at the gym that keeps lifting their top up to see their stomach.
Taking selfies and that.
See the ones in the gym, that's Josh.
Is that the one with the silver hair?
It's silver. I think that's me. Josh has got like brown hair, but it's swept back. But Josh thinks he's the best looking.
Aye, right.
Teacher's pet?
Go for wee Scott Pittman.
Aye.
Wee Pits.
I've got him in my fantasy football team, mate. Tell me start scoring a few goals, mate.
Scored at the weekend. But yeah, he needs to get his finger out. But wee Scott's low maintenance, high output. Never causes you a minute's trouble and always gives you everything on the park. So, from that point of view, that's why he's a teacher's pet.
Most skillful?
Big J Emmanuel Thomas, Big Jet.
Aye.
That goal at the weekend there, man.
Win it, man. Pick it out right enough.
If I can get him down from 40 stone to 20 stone, but honestly, brilliant, absolutely incredible.
See that goal at the weekend, but see if that's like Lewandowski scoring that or something, that's all air Sky Sports News, innit?
You're right.
To be fair, I taught him that at the weekend before training.
he's quitting the uptake again, Davey, aye?
I showed him it on the Friday afternoon, he done it on the Saturday, he was glad.
Worst trainer?
Easy, by a country mile, Effie Ambrose.
I think you said that.
Country mile.
Aye. Because you were worried about him not getting to Hampden and that, weren't you, in case he get lost? I remember you saying that.
You know what? He actually got there before the rest of us. I
done your job.
I was in the car park and I'm saying to Big Martin, where's Effie? And we're all, he's not here, where is he? And the wee club secretary shouted at us, he's in the changing room. We were on the car park waiting on him and he was in the changing room. I'll show you.
Listen, Effie's been there a few times, oh man, he knows his way.
He's horrendous, but absolutely. There you go, right? There you go. Can you see this picture? Can you see that?
I can see it. I can see it.
Look at these trainers.
All right, worst trainer.
First trainer and worst trainers. The story is he's got a pair of, right, so the blue trainer he had on Robbie McCrory's. Robbie went on international duty and left a brand new pair of night trainers. So Effie basically just took them off him. Robbie came back and had to buy sell a new pair of trainers because Effie took his trainers the last time he went away with Scotland. So one of his blue trainers went missing during the week. This has been going on, last week. This has been going on for about 10 days. So he found an old pair of trainers that have been here since week 1 days, and that was the black trainer. So the blue trainers are size 9 and the black trainers are size 12. I'm no kidding. That's how he's walking about the club. I'm no kidding, that's not even a lie. Look, the black trainers are 12 and the blues are 9. So,
that is brilliant, man.
I caught the boys yesterday. They don't realise there's CCTV in the corridor. So that's where Effie's trainer went missing. So I got them yesterday. Where is it?
That's an exclusive. That's an exclusive, lads.
Right, I'm going to give you this. So they've been denying it for weeks. Everybody's been denying it for weeks. So I called a meeting yesterday, and the big telly behind me, I plugged my laptop into it, and the boys were coming in 5s and 6s and stuff. Still got to socially distance. And I showed them who stole the trainer. Do you want to see it?
Aye.
Stole the big man's trainer. Maybe,
No way, you've actually got it on the phone. Oh, aye. Right. Hold on.
No way.
Play right, hold on.
Who's that?
I believe you've got it.
Funny.
He's just walked in.
It's in my way, aye.
Marvin Bartley got caught in camera.
Tremendous.
Brilliant.
Still not got it back. He's still kicking about with a blue night trainer and a black night trainer. One's a 9, one's a 12.
That's brilliant, man. Is Big Marvin not the captain?
He's a captain, leads by example.
There we go, mate. Leading by example, he's done it.
Who never gets the rounding?
God, I couldn't tell you that. See the boys these days, they don't drink.
Aye.
Honestly, obviously we've not been out for a year, but
Aye.
one of the worst is a club physio, Andy McKenzie. His boy's got wee hands and big pockets. Wee arms, big pockets, never spends a penny. Comes out with 20 quid and goes home with 40.
He's always on the kitty and all that, and pockets to change for the kitty all the time.
Please, lads, I'll take the kitty. To be fair, the boys, honestly, like, they don't really, even when it wasn't pre-COVID, they're no big drinkers. The boys don't really go out.
Aye. You're better off asking who's better on the Xbox, aren't you? Something like that.
Aye. Who's spending more time on their phone and stuff like that?
Aye. Best Instagram selfie. We should change it.
Biggest bam up merchant?
I'll go for Marv there. You've seen that stealing trainers, so
definitely,
I'll go for Marvin there.
Top shagger?
Try to see who's single here.
That's what you doing it.
Try to look about who's single. You know what? Do you know who I'll go for? This is actually the truth. Jackson Longridge.
Right.
Jackson Longridge, before COVID, must have put about 3,000 miles a month in travelling around girls' houses on Sunday.
By the way, you're the first person to answer that question. Brilliant.
Aye, unless it's somebody that plays with Rangers, we have one, they'll just go Alan McGregor. That's it, you know what I mean? So, that's it, man.
I was actually going to go for Alan McGregor. Jackson Longridge.
Best you've played with?
Oh, that's a difficult one, to be honest, because you've got different types of players that play different positions. The one I could see the most development in was Big Linden. I thought Linden was
what a player, man.
Great.
I want to show you Scotland level. And then I've got Big J. Emmanuel Thomas, who technically is probably the best player that I've worked with. But you've got other players like wee Pats, wee Mars, who are ultimate professionals and give you everything on the park. You've got Nicky Devlin, Craig Halkett, who would run through a brick wall for you. Absolute unbelievable professionals. You want them on your team sheet every week. And then I've got Big Declan Gallagher, who was absolutely unbelievable for Livingston. There's loads. There's absolute Liam Kelly. There's loads of them, so it's a wee bit. It's a hard one to answer, to be honest. It's a hard one to be honest to answer.
I mean, you've only played with one that's won the African Cup of Nations, but
he's the worst.
So that's it from this week's Football Daft. Thank you very, very much for listening. Stephen and Grado currently raging because they've just been sent a video of all of Scott Brown's fouls in the Rangers Aberdeen game and the fact he's got away. Kevin Clancy's let him get away with it.
Fucking, I'm feeling, man.
Well,
it's like, do you know that part? No, just wrap the show up, don't you? Know
Scottish Cup this weekend, couple of tasty ties. Auchinleck Talbot versus Hearts.
Is that this weekend?
Down at Shirley Grado, aye, 12:30 kickoff down at Talbot.
Is it on the telly? Must be if it's off 12.
It is, aye, 12:30 kickoff on. Do you think Auchinleck have a chance?
By the way, sure they've played well in seasons before against like Hibs and Hearts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they have. I tell you what, who does have a chance, I would say Clydebank at home to Annan. Clydebank at home to Annan's a tasty one.
Aye.
There's another shock that here, when you look down the fixtures, Kelty Hearts at home to St Johnstone.
Aye. Kelty could do them.
Kelty, there's a good chance that Kelty could do them, I think.
That could be curtains for Callum Davison if that one happens, too, what do you think?
You think?
That's a blast from the past, that wee one.
Big belters are curtains.
Another slip banana skin maybe for Dundee. They're away to Dumbarton.
Nah, I think Dundee will take care of them.
Not see that one.
Has Falkirk no fucked Dumbarton recently?
Yes, we did.
That says it all, mate.
Well, that does say that.
Oh.
Exactly, that does it. We're not even in the Scottish Cup. We're playing East Fife this weekend.
John, we heard you earlier on, mate.
Aye, man, we get it. We get it, man.
Do you not notice that since we said last week that John doesn't know who his team is playing at the weekend, or we said that a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Aye.
He's made a point of letting us know twice.
Overcompensating.
Aye. What did I tell you? We're playing East Fife at the weekend, man.
Chris, Celtic, or should I say we're at the Rex against Alloa.
We are, mate. Aye. Are you still alright to pick me up to go up? Aye.
Celtic, what do you think, Chris?
Cricket score.
Cricket score at the Rex. Barry Ferguson, obviously, in the dugout.
Curtains for Alloa.
Bob, see if you're listening, mate. I know you love this show, right? Fire us up a wee ticket, See you up there,
Mr. Malcolm, if you are listening. Who have the Rangers got? I'm just looking down.
Stirling Albion on Friday night.
Is it Friday night? That's why I'm looking on the Saturday.
Listen to him. Toy, we've got Alloa. We've got Alloa. Who's Rangers got?
Check it. If I was a Celtic supporter, I'd definitely know who Rangers have got.
Mate, I didn't know, so.
I need to turn on Premier Sports again, man. Fuck.
You want my ticket? I'm not going.
You can't be on. You can't even be on.
This is
I need to have a quiet night Friday because I'm taking the wee man to Old Trafford on Saturday.
Nice.
Going again?
Got to Man U West Ham, mate, on Saturday.
That'll be a good
one as well.
I tell you what, West Ham are looking good, aren't they?
That's the thing. The wee man's buzzing to see Ronaldo. He's buzzing.
That's amazing, mate.
Deep down, I'm going like that, man. I fancy West Ham.
Do you remember that one player when you're a wee guy growing up, and it was that one player? It was, I guess, Ali McCoy's maybe for you boys. Chris, I guess it's who was
Andy Walker for told.
No, I was always like when I was younger. It was always like the overseas players that I really.
Same, mate. Albertini.
I know.
Georgie Weir.
But seeing that player in the flesh for the first
time. Well, that's Klinsmann, mate.
Yeah.
Klinsmann, mate.
When Celtic played Bayern.
When Klinsmann, mate, when he came to Glasgow.
When he played for Bayern against Celtic in Peter Grant's testimonial.
Oh yeah.
And Lothar Matthäus played as well, so that was two huge.
Did they come out and say hello to you?
Came up. It was a foggy night. A young boy ran onto the park and ran right up to the centre circle and got his autograph at the start of the second half.
Brilliant.
And then ran back into the crowd.
Greg, do you remember seeing that player you idolised for the first time in the flesh?
I'm Gaza, probably Gaza. Gaza, just was like that, pure taking in. It was great.
Yeah.
What about Big Pierre?
That was a free each game a couple of weeks later.
Edo, were you one of the boys that went like your hair more that right away when at Ibrox when Gaza got unveiled at Ibrox?
No, I was only about 8. I wasn't allowed. I wanted to dye my hair.
I forget you're a good bit younger than me, man. Sorry, mate.
No, man.
So lots of good fixtures in the Scottish Cup. Should be a good weekend and hopefully see some shots that we'll be talking about on next week's Football Daft. Boys, up to the weekend. You're going to Manchester United.
I'm going to watch Manchester United versus West Ham on Saturday. Me and my boy are leaving the house at 8 o'clock.
Wow, Toe, what are you up to? None. Grado.
Watching the football the first time in this wee thing with the first Rangers game, and then sitting waiting for my broadband guy coming Saturday again. So
I'm coming up, Grado. I'm going to watch it in there with you on Friday night.
Sounds like a plan. It sounds like a plan. Thank you very much for listening to Football Daft this week. We'll be back next week with more Football Daft.